Hey guys, welcome to Evidential Tech. In this video, I'm going to review the Moto G5 Plus. I've been using this one for a couple of days now, and overall I think it's a great smartphone at its price points. But it has one major flaw, so stick with me to the end and find out why you should or shouldn't buy this phone. And let's get right to it. The Moto G5 Plus comes in two configurations: 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, or 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. I have the 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage version. Let's start with the build quality. The body is made out of aluminum and it has a water repellent nano cotton on it. This phone is not very slippery and is quite comfortable to hold in one hand. The power button has a texture to differentiate it from the volume rockers. On the front we have the fingerprint scanner below the screen, and it has huge bezels on top and bottom. The fingerprint scanner works very well, but when the phone is locked you have to scan your finger twice to unlock the device. The SIM tray and SD card slot, which can hold up to 128GB of storage, is located on top of the device. The headphone jack and micro USB port is on the bottom. The two microphones is at the top left corner on the back and on the bottom of the phone. This phone is very lightweight and you can tell it is made out of cheap material, even though it tries really hard to look premium. Overall, the phone feels cheap, which is acceptable considering the phone price tag. Now let's move on to the screen type. The screen is a 5.2-inch Gorilla Glass 3 with a resolution of 1920 by 1080p. It has a pixel density of 424 ppi. It is not the best screen in the world, but it does get the job done. Colors look bright and vibrant. The screen gets decently bright indoors. At maximum brightness, the screen is crispy clear under direct sunlight and you can see everything clearly. It has a mono front-facing speaker. The only good thing about this speaker is that it is front-facing. The speakers on this phone is terrible. It sounds distorted and washed out, especially at maximum volume. The speakers have zero bass. When you listen to rap music with a lot of bass, the rap music sounds as flat as a pancake. But again, this is expected from a phone at this price range. The front speaker is recessed, so it collects dust and breadcrumbs in your purse. The sound speaker is used during phone calls. The software experience is very clean since it is running stock Android 7.0 out of the box. And if you get the Amazon variant like the one I have, it will also come with all Amazon apps pre-installed on it. If you're into the Amazon ecosystem, then you might consider this phone, because this is Amazon version. On the lock screen, you will get different apps which I find neither intrusive nor annoying. Most of the customizations available on this phone can be found in the Moto app. In the Moto app, you will see the display option, which allows notifications to fade in and out on the lock screen. In actions, you'll see one button navigation. When this is off, you'll see and use on-screen keys. But when it is on, you would use one button to go back, check recent app, bring up Google Assistant, go to the home screen, and turn the screen off. Then there is sharp twice for flashlight, twist for camera. You can also press power button twice for camera. Swipe to shrink screen, pick up to stop ringing, and flip for do not disturb to the silence notifications on phone calls. You can customize your notification shade. Just hit the edit button, then you can add or remove icons. When you pull down the notification shade, you have to pull down twice to access the settings button. It is not a deal breaker, but it is a little annoyance. When we dive into the settings, there is nothing too fancy about it. It is just regular stock Android settings menu. When you press the power button, There is no restart option or any other option as a matter of fact. The only thing you get is a power off option. So if you want to restart your phone, you have to manually turn it off and on. This is not a big deal, but it is inconvenient. Multitasking on this device is about average. When you have a few apps open, it runs smoothly. But if you have many apps open, then the phone begins to slow down. The clear all button is at the top as opposed to the bottom, which is where it is located on most Android devices. If you are getting this phone, I suggest you get the version that has 4GB of RAM, because very often I find my phone with 2GB of RAM almost running out of memory. The Moto G5 Plus has an f2.25 megapixel front camera and an f1.712 megapixel back camera. It has a huge camera hump on the back. This might bother some people, but considering that whenever you are using your phone, you are looking at the front of the phone and not the back, I don't think it is too much of a big deal. It does rock back and forth when placed on the table. I am not a camera expert, but this is the type of picture to expect from the front-facing camera. This is what you can expect from the front camera of the Moto G5 Plus, and this is also the audio quality to expect from it. And this is the type of image quality you can expect from the back camera. On a bright and sunny afternoon, this is the video quality you can expect from the back camera of the Moto G5 Plus, and also this is the video quality to expect. It has an f1.7 aperture and it has HDR, so we should be able to tell the sky from the houses and from the trees. The rear camera does have ability to capture videos at 4K at 30 frames per second and also capture videos in slow motion. This phone has a 3000 mAh battery. Battery life is about average, nothing spectacular about it. I usually get about 3 hours of screen on time. A combination of the screen resolution and processor type means this phone can last all day without a problem, and it can last a few days on standby. It does come with turbocharger, so you can charge up very quickly. But this phone has Wi-Fi connectivity issues. This device does not stay connected to Wi-Fi. It has serious Wi-Fi connectivity issues. This is not the first time this is happening to me with Motorola devices. I had the Moto E4 and it had the exact same problem, and I had to return it. When I first started the Moto G5 Plus, it connected to Wi-Fi just fine. It got to update, then I factory reset the phone, and since then the phone constantly connects and disconnects from Wi-Fi, while other phones in the same network have stable Wi-Fi connections. For this reason alone, I would not recommend this phone. I believe a phone is useless if you cannot connect to Wi-Fi. And that wraps it up for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this one. In the meantime, I'm out. Bye.